covering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
Four wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Two down, 4 to go in the PSL Holiday Classic on Friday, December 27th from Cass Tech. Third game really intriguing. The Hamady Hawks are back from Flint to take on Detroit Henry Ford, who is regulars as part of this PSL Holiday Classic. Evan, Chad with the whole crew. Chad, what do you think we need to know in this third game of the day?
I think we need to know that McLean for Hamady is a dangerous player. 19 points a game, 12 rebounds. He's going to be a handful. On the other side, you got to watch out for Buffkin. Buffkin is the best baller at 18 points a game for the Henry Ford Trojans. It's going to be a battle of a couple of teams that start with the letter H. We're glad you're here on the prep for it.
The Detroit teams have won the first two games today. Pershing won game 1, Central won game 2. Henry Ford's got to win game 3 to keep this thing going for the PSL. Fun matchup. Hamady, Henry Ford, Detroit against Flint in our third game out of 6 today. Let's hit a break, come on right back, and we will have tip from Cass Tech. Hamady against Henry Ford. PSL Holiday Classic rolls along. Thanks for making us part of all the holiday fun.
Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Third game out of 6 today. Henry Ford and Flint Hamady. The next one on the docket. So Hamady coming in at 2-2. They lost their first 2 games to Lansing Everett and Beecher. No slouch there. Then they won back-to-back games to get to 2-2. This is a big roster, Chad, by the way. About 15, 17 bodies on the roster. You're talking about McLean, but who else do we need to know for these Hamady Hawks today, you think?
Well, I think Selvy's a player. He puts up 11 a game. Watch out for Jeremiah Selvy, the sophomore guard at 6'1". 10 points a game. He also chips in with 6 rebounds. And then the third score you'll want to watch out for is Mayfield. Mayfield wears number 5. DeQuarius Mayfield, the senior at 6'1". It's a backcourt guard trio that you really got to watch out for. And then you got McLean up front. So Hamady's a tough one coming in on the year, as you mentioned, 3-1 already.
This Hamady Hawks team has played in the Detroit PSL Classic within the last couple of years. They actually played King and kind of crushed King a couple of years ago. There were dunks after dunks all over the place when Hamady played here a few years ago against King. And you were talking about this in our last broadcast. Whenever Flint plays Detroit in basketball, there is a lot of talent out on the floor.
A ton of talent, and you know what? The leader, Ken Flowers, for Henry Ford is really the guy that has led this. 18 years now he's been at Henry Ford. They've been a state champion already in 2016, a runner-up in 2015. He's a good leader. He's coached some great players, including Manny Harris when he was at Detroit Redford, and when they lost to Draymond Green and Saginaw High before Redford closed their doors. So this is a well-astute starting 5, as you see here, with DeMonte Love, Trey Buffkin, their best player at 18 points a game. Daryl Mayweather, another guy you should watch out for. He's their number 2 scorer. DeMarco Love at a forward spot. And then Robert Buxton is their big in the middle. And Henry Ford comes in 2-4 overall, 1-2 in the PSL. And I'm looking forward to this matchup between the 2 H's, Henry Ford and Hamady.
Chad, you've talked about it throughout the day. This part of the calendar, NBA basketball, college, high school, this is when it starts to get real. You pick your head up at Christmas and go, okay, what do we got? So here, handful of games into the season for Hamady and Henry Ford, it feels like this is the type of game where you can stare at one another and then by the end of it go, okay, what do we got?
Yeah, and some teams by now have played like 10 games. It's crazy with all the early scheduling. These teams have played some of the lesser games, just 6 total games for Henry Ford, just 4 total games for the Hawks of Hamady. So to your point, yeah, I mean, these two teams are still feeling themselves out. Forget about the opponent. They're getting to know themselves. We'll get to know them here in the next 20 minutes or so.
Hamady in the light blue, Henry Ford in the white. Trojans win the tip. Off we go. 3rd game out of 6 in the PSL Holiday Classic. Day 1 of 2 of it. Day 1 here at Cass. Tomorrow we're at Renaissance. Travel to start it for Daryl Mayweather. He'll fill up that basket a few times at least today for Henry Ford.
Yeah, he's a good one offensively, but it's the Hamady defense early to start things off. Good ball pressure by Selvey to force the turnover.
Pressure from Henry Ford. Mayfield does indeed inbound it to Selvey. Demetrius and Jeremiah, there's a couple of them on the team.
Yep.
Selvey on the move, kept his balance, and hit the mid-range J.
Yeah, a little short corner jumper, soft toucher. That's the Selvey brother, Demetrius.
And a pass out of bounds. It will be Hamady basketball. Turnover Henry Ford.
Yeah, Henry Ford yet to get a shot off, a little out of sorts offensively early.
A strong shot from Selvey to start it. Does the momentum continue for Hamady? Mayfield doubled, got it inside. Marshall kicked it out. This is McLean. Follow, good. I'm not sure who tapped it in. I know it's 2 more for Hamady.
Robert Marshall is the guy, the 6'5" junior center that tipped it in. And Hamady active early on the glass.
Henry Ford looking for their first bucket. Mayweather in the neon green shoes that the whole team is wearing.
Oh, you love those.
That was a long shot, though. Selvey the rebound. Hamady on the push. Pull up pop. Rebound. Mayweather clears. Almost a turnover. It is a turnover. Love could not save the pass. Goes out of bounds.
Yeah, and longtime legendary coach Ken Flowers in his 18th year goes to his bench immediately. He needs a little something, and we'll see. He also had a message for Mayweather, but Buffkin is the guy that they need to lean on at 18 points a game, but now they need to stop on Hamady.
Jackson gave it up. Mayfield, 2-man game. Gorgeous basketball, but a roll off for McLean. The follow, no. Rebound loose. Hamady still got it.
That rim.
Chad's convinced that rim is cursed. I mean, look, I'm with you. There's been really bad roll-offs all day. Drive, no. Follow, no. 3rd shot, yes. No curse there for McLean.
Oh, McLean. Jordan McLean using that length, and you can see that the length and the activity early is going to be a problem for Henry Ford from Hamady.
Love, drop off, block and a foul. Buxton was fouled by Marshall.
Yeah, and anytime you go up, you're 6'5". You don't need to jump into and slap at. It's an automatic foul when you slap. You got to wall up. They teach bigs to wall up. You won't get called for a foul like that. But when you go slapping, moving forward, it's a foul automatically.
But how hard is it in the heat of the moment, right? Like the guy's going up, you want to slap at it.
Oh, for a rec basketball guy like me, it's impossible. I've got no self-containment. I'm slapping all day. But these kids are young soldiers. They know the drill. They know the wall up that has been taught to them by Ken Flowers. Oh, man.
It's a good start at the line, by the way. Buxton hit them both. Teams have struggled shooting free throws so far today here at Cass. Selvey drive, roll in.
Oh, these Selvey brothers are something. 5 points for Demetrius, the junior.
Slapped out of bounds. It'll be Hamady basketball. They slapped it off of Henry Ford's Trey Buffkin.
Mr. Kelser said so on that baseline, and who are we to argue with him?
Selvey. Rebound Henry Ford. Of course a Kelser is officiating a game involving Henry Ford.
That's right.
I hope Greg is celebrating that Pistons win out on the West Coast. What a game last night for Jaden Ivey, huh?
How much fun is a 4-point play to win it? Down 10 with what, 3.5, 4 minutes to go. That was a fun one. I'm glad I turned on the TV. So, whoa, wait a minute, the Pistons are playing. And then to watch that comeback, it was fun. Special K was on point, too.
Jackson missed it. Henry Ford has just got to find some offense somewhere here. That's not going to help. Buffkin a travel.
It's been tough for Henry Ford, Evan, just to get up a shot in this game. They have 1 shot compared to 11 for Hamady. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, we're 3 minutes into the game, and 1 shot is pretty staggering.
It is.
But Henry Ford's defense hanging in okay. Buffkin breaking pressure. Trying to. Got it ahead. Yep, there's a foul coming from behind. Mayfield too aggressive.
Yeah, I mean, this defense is built to speed you up. And Henry Ford has just taken the bait. Like, this is where you pull it out, you compose yourself. And again, it's tough, but you can't allow them to continue to speed you up. You slow it down. You control the tempo. We'll see if Henry Ford can do that in the half court.
Rashad Edwards. Now Buffkin lost the basketball. Mayfield's got it to the 10 for 2.
Mayfield using his body, man-size finish by DeQuarius. Second bucket of the game.
Henry Ford just needs something to start going right. There's a foul on Selvey, his first.
Yeah, I think getting to the rim, getting a shot off. Again, 1 shot thus far, but this is a beautiful use of the body. I mean, that's how you do it.
Edwards blocking a foul. That's swat out of bounds by McLean. Foul first.
Yeah, and this is the point. Attack, and this is what Rashad Edwards does, the 10th grader. Goes right at him. Beautiful. Get that shot out of here, yeah, but get me to the free throw line first.
I mean, how many times do you see in a basketball game, right? Teams are struggling to score it. You get some free points by getting yourself to the free throw line.
Yep, Ken Flowers knows it. Standing out there with his hands on his hips.
Got to make your free throws, though. Edwards missed the first. Got that second. Jody Jackson got that ball on a string for Hamady. Nice pass inside and a foul. Good look to find McLean down deep.
Yeah, and it was through traffic. This is a beautiful pass with a great trajectory and speed. And look at that, right over the top. Finds McLean, who gets rewarded with 2 free throws coming. But the Hawks have had all the mojo early. They've flown into Detroit, and this Castech gym feels pretty warm to them.
Well, we were talking earlier today about how when Hamady was here a couple of years ago playing King, they ran away with that game. This is a Hamady program that's been pretty good the last few years. That Hamady team that came here in the 2022 PSL Holiday Classic ended up making the regional final in 2023. Lost to Saginaw, but also won a district title in 22 for the first time in 2 decades. It's been a program that's been on the come-up the last couple of years.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. And playing out of Division II and playing under Casey Short, their head coach, they've been a little sleeping giant, I think, in Flint. You're right, and they get overshadowed by other teams. Flint Powers, etc., Grand Blanc. But, yeah, they've been a nice little power.
Henry Ford still looking for their first made field goal of the game. Hamady takes it away. They got numbers here. Mayfield, yes, from 3.
DeQuarius has been the G thus far in the D. Wow.
14-3 Hamady. A lot of time to go, but early on, it is a Hawks avalanche.
Student Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports should be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
in which interscholastic athletes can thrive.
We believe that athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
we believe that students in the stands should have fun,
but not take away the focus from the game.
We believe coaches should act like teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
And support their child's decisions.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports.
We've talked about it so far in this game. This Flint Hamady program has been on the come up the last couple of years. Made some noise at the Division II level. So far today, Chad, they are just making Henry Ford look all sorts out of sorts.
Henry Ford can't get a shot up. They have one shot so far through 5.5 minutes, 4.5 minutes. So we'll see if that changes here.
Corner pop. Shot was altered. Rebound, good. Mayweather cleans it up.
Mayweather cleaned it up. I believe that shot was blocked in the corner. And nice job by Henry Ford to be alert and get a bucket, their first, on their second shot.
And got a steal. Edwards was blocked. McLean got a piece.
Yeah, but you can just see the energy after a made bucket on the defensive end. It works both ways.
Wild shot, no, but a reload from the corner. Another crack at it for Hamady, crashing that glass, and Raekwon Gardner off to the line.
Yeah, Edwards had no choice but to foul him down there. Hamady's just been more active on the offensive glass. Here we see the missed shot. Johnny on the spot, good activity by Gardner. He gets rewarded, wearing those pigtails proudly.
First one up and good for the 5'11 senior, wearing number 4 with those ponytails.
Going to get some help off the bench here.
Also, Kenneth Flowers sensing the moment. The quarter zip that he was wearing in the first quarter is off. We are to a t-shirt for Henry Ford's head coach.
Yeah, there you see it. Look at that, the coat's off. That's a sweet t-shirt. I
Really
want one
is.
of those. I will trade Coach like 3 prep t-shirts for that one. It's pretty sick.
Pass intercepted. Hamady's got numbers here. Mayfield spinning. Scoring again. Plus the contact.
Wow. DeLonda Little says give him one more. This is a fabulous move to the bucket, and then the strength to finish it. Just working them like a fiddle, left hand, count it. What a player. DeQuarius Mayfield is a baller at 6'1" and a senior.
Already 7 in the game. Halfway down and out on your cursed rim, but an offensive rebound.
Crazy, that rim.
Going to the bench, Hamady has a new body onto the floor, but a missed shot from David Perez. Trojans up the floor. Halfway down and out. Tough luck on the other end for Henry Ford and Edwards.
Yeah, not a bad look at all. Can't blame Edwards for that shot.
Good look. And another foul, feeding Gardner. He's right back to the line.
Really nice look here from Perez. Just comes in off the bench. Finds Raekwon Gardner cutting in. Bam. Look at that pass.
Well, you were talking about how Henry Ford can barely get up any field goals in this game. You talk about defense leading to offense. Henry Ford is so frustrated on the offensive end that on the defensive end, Hamady's kind of lulling them to sleep.
It's carried over. You're right. And the pessimism on the defensive end just can't happen. It just can't. They get a couple breaks there by the jinxed rim, and they got to take advantage here.
Mayweather gets inside. Rebound corralled by Perez. Almost turned it over. Mayweather picks up a foul 70 feet from the basket.
You know, Henry Ford, things are going to happen for him in this game if they're patient. But when things are going like they are, you're down 13. Wow, it feels like an avalanche, and we've got to do something now. Well, just relax, play your game, play your system that Ken Flowers has taught you and the coaches you see on the bench. You got to trust the system too. And there's no need to panic if you're Henry Ford. Stay in the game. Stop turning the ball over. And you're going to be just fine.
By the way, Dequarius Mayfield, 8 points now. Just dropped in that free throw. One more coming. What do you think of the checkerboard, by the way, on the side of the Hamady uniforms?
I like it. Reminds me of North Carolina. Even though I didn't like North Carolina as a kid, being a Michigan fan.
Edwards long on the three. You still got nightmares of the Weber timeout?
I do. Broke my heart, man. Broke my heart to watch him in the press conference, too.
Steal. Mayweather. Oh, no. It's just been that type of quarter.
It has. Microcosm of the game, man.
McClain threw it up and got a foul. Buxton the foul.
Yeah, this is tough. And, I mean, this comes by way of Mayweather, who's been probably their best offensive player in this game. And these are just shots you can't miss back the other way. And double compounded with this. A man advantage that Hamady takes advantage of.
McClain's first free throw up and good. You know, Hamady in this game has 5 different guys who have scored. They've only played 7, but it's been a balanced attack, a well-utilized attack.
No greater compliment to a coach than to hear that.
McClain took it away off the miss. Still fighting down there. Hamady has it somehow. Double dribble. They call Selvey.
Yeah, DeLonda Little with a nickel dimer down there, but listen, Henry Ford's got to get it together on the offensive end. But the relentless pressure from Hamady, the ability to sense when there's trouble. Good teams that pressure have a sense when there's trouble, and they take advantage with a turnover. And then they take advantage with a score to compound it.
Hamady has taken 11 more shots than Henry Ford in this game. Trojans have taken 8. The Hawks have taken 19.
It's wild, and that's the reason for the difference in the score. And they've created all of them. Second chance opportunities, steals. There you see the Henry Ford Trojan backers.
Inside. Whistle as Selvey was trying to block Buxton.
It's going to put the freshman at the free throw line in Robert Buxton at 6'2", just a 15-year-old. And a good ball out of bounds entry pass. And a good dial-up from Ken Flowers and company.
I mean, if you're Henry Ford, this has to be one of the worst quarters that they have played all year. But if you can get some sort of momentum here in the final minute, and there's still darn near the whole game to go here.
Yeah, you want to get a couple free throws here, get this thing into single digits before the half, and just get your team to calm down and play in a full possession and not get sped up and forced into a turnover before that half-court offense can get into action. I mean, they've got enough pieces in Mayweather and Buffkin that they can do some things. They knocked off Southeastern by 31 the other night. They knocked off Collegiate Prep in their opener by 30. I mean, they've got some pieces here. Lost a tight one to Walled Lake Northern up in Walled Lake. I mean, they've got some promise, but right now this is not them.
Let's see how Hamady attacks this. They get it to the free throw line and kick it outside. 3 ball, no. Mayweather the rebound, and he turned it over. Second shot no good for Hamady. Mayweather lost it again. What effort from Selvey.
There's just a different level of tenacity for Hamady tonight. Undeniable.
Henry Ford needs a bucket in the worst way. Devontae Love, no. Hamady rebounds. Perez gets it up the floor. They got a lot of time. They'll try a corner 3 that wasn't there. 2 seconds. Intercepted. And that ends the quarter. What a first 8 minutes, Chad, for the Hamady Hawks.
Yeah, the Hawks are just a relentless group of birds, and they've come in here and just been relentless with pressure, with scoring, and in a many variety of ways here today at the Holiday Classic as we get a look at the relentless pressure, 2 stripaways, and the reward.
First, life gives us many. From buying your first car or first home to starting a business, Alliance Catholic Credit Union is here for you every step of the way. From checking and savings accounts and youth accounts to auto loans, mortgages, business needs, and financial planning. A full-service financial institution with over 70 years of experience. We're committed to serving your firsts, seconds, 50ths, and every day in between. Alliance Catholic Credit Union. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Like many high schools here in the great city of Detroit, the high school basketball is excellent. And Henry Ford's got some trophies in that case. They're trying to build toward that level. Chad, this year's team off to the 2-4 start. For this game specifically, they got to figure out a way to find out how to beat this Hamady pressure, because not only do the Hawks lead 22-7 after the first quarter, they have just made Henry Ford look all sorts of confused.
They do. They'd love to have Ken Johnson back, former alum. But, yeah, this has just been a Henry Ford team that's been decimated with confidence since we started. It felt like this was going to be a team that was coming out with energy. They're going to try to get their defense active here.
Great look inside. Tap good. Selvey again on that glass. He's got 8.
The biggest problem has been ball security and rim protection as we see another turnover here. Not enough folks taking care of the ball after a missed shot. Defensive rebounds are getting ripped away. Defensive rebounds are getting thrown away. You got to value the basketball. That's what needs to happen here.
Corner try on the way. That's good. How about Perez stepping outside to knock it down?
Coming off the bench, the junior at 5'11" with a stick down. What is he, the 7th player to score for Hamady?
I mean, this pressure is absurd right now. Gardner gets ahead, missed the shot, and Henry Ford gets a rebound.
13 turnovers for the Trojans in this game. Far too many.
Mayweather down the avenue. And they call a blocking foul on Perez.
Yep, wasn't positioned enough. Good awareness, though, by Mayweather to attack, get to the rim, and go at the guy that was a little unsteady. Try to get 2 quick, easy ones.
I mean, if you're Henry Ford right now, if you're their coach, if you're Kenneth Flowers, with the score being what it is so early in the game, what are you telling the guys right now?
I'm telling the guys that you have to handle pressure. When you handle pressure and you get across midcourt, run our offense. Get somebody open in space. And when they miss a shot, you better box out and you better grab that ball and pretend like that ball is your newborn baby. Do not throw it away. You've thrown it over 14 times today. Value that baby.
Mayfield, great look. Oh, they're sharing the sugar to Selvey again.
They sure are. Hamady plays a fun brand of basketball that's really enticing to watch.
Largest lead of the game. Mayweather not there. Henry Ford rebound with Love.
A rare second chance opportunity, Evan. Let's see if they take advantage.
Edwards almost went into the backcourt. DeMonte Love. Rebound, Mayweather. There's the effort they're looking for.
That's it. That's it. Little second chance Love. Back-to-back times on the trip. Good hustle by Mayweather.
Ooh, and a steal. How about Edwards coming back to take it away?
Nice looking play by the sophomore.
Safely in the hands of Mayweather. Love, Jay. Hawks rebounds with Selvey.
Good looking open 15-footer. Nothing wrong with taking that shot. That's the right shot.
Hawks can afford to be patient here. They've led by as many as 21 in this game. Selvey split the double. Got his way to the rack for 2 more.
I tell you what, this Hamady team is good. Like, this is a team that I wouldn't have scheduled. I mean, they are a formidable foe. They've got just 1 loss. It's to Beecher. They did get blown out in that game. I don't know how.
Another turnover by Henry Ford. It has just all been an unpleasant soup for Henry Ford in this first half.
Yeah. A sour soup indeed. Although sour soup is sometimes good from some Thai restaurants. Are you a sour soup guy?
No, I was going to say, I have never heard anyone say that, but.
It's fabulous.
Buffkin, no. So Buffkin coming into this game for Henry Ford, he scores 18 points per game. He has not scored yet in this game, and I believe that was his first shot of the entire game.
You know, we saw guys already in this Holiday Classic by the PSL have big halves. I mean, we saw Detroit Central's Tyree Acuff bust out with, 21 points and a half?
Yep.
So he's not done yet, but yeah, that's been the biggest missing piece right now. They're down 21 points, and he's a big reason why. No contribution. He's not the only reason why.
Turnovers have been killing Henry Ford. They just had another one. Shot off for Mayfield. There's the effort from Hamady again. It's like they have 7 bodies out there.
Yeah, scrappy, hungry, gritty, tough. I mean,
coming up on the halfway mark of the second quarter. Henry Ford needs made shots. Buffkin still doesn't have a point. Well, they say it went out of bounds off Hamady. All right.
yeah, that's what DeMonte Love saw as well. He let this thing go. He could have grabbed it. He let it go, and DeLonda Little trust him. Here's the missed shot. He says, okay.
Breaking the action, 4:21 to go, second quarter. Hamady has made the drive to Detroit, and they mean business.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Heck of an effort by Casey Short's Hamady Hawks from Flint. A 21-point lead. Clearly they enjoy playing in this PSL Holiday Classic. A couple of years ago they played King and crushed them. It was a dunk contest and a strong win for Hamady in a season where they would eventually make the regional championship game. Still a lot to be decided, Chad, in this season for the Hamady Hawks, but today they have looked really, really good early on at Cass Tech.
Casey Short's boys are showing out in the Motor City, and it's been an impressive start. We'll see if Henry Ford can't swing back.
Pass tipped, found by Hamady, and a lay-in bucket.
The tenacity, the defensive pressure, it just doesn't stop for the Hawks. And Henry Ford has yet to have somebody really take control of that decision-making and point guard responsibilities against this press. You can't just throw a guy out there. I mean, this guy, whoever's handling this press, is getting pressured despite being down 23. Hamady doesn't let up.
It's a Henry Ford team that has been discombobulated the whole half. Buffkin still has not scored. Trey Buffkin gets it off. Rebound Mayweather. Reload for the Trojans. Reset with Buffkin, who just has to be frustrated with the way this half has gone. Edwards lost the ball. That pressure is relentless. Oh, what a move. Wild shot, no, but he gets bailed out. The miss for Mayfield and the foul for Mayweather.
Yeah, watch out down there, Alex Westfall. He almost got contacted down there. Don't anybody step on those shoes either. There he is, A-Dub.
Can we get a shot of his shoes, by the way?
Yeah.
I mean, look at those.
The captain.
He's never looked better.
No, he's looked good. It's at his sharpest lately. doing it all on camera.
He's like any true cameraman or woman. Whenever the camera's actually on them, they go, please get me off camera.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, just I did not sign up to be on television.
The people that are the best with a camera are just fine being off it. That's why you'll never see a camera in our hands.
You said it, not me. You said it, not me.
Oh, man. What do we got going on here? What happened, Chase?
Apparently there was a technical foul they called down there.
I guess so. So, yeah. Mayfield is going to shoot it.
It's kind of amazing sometimes how when they shoot the technical foul shots and everyone clears out, someone who's a good shooter like Mayfield, when there's literally no one in front of him, it just throws you off.
I wonder if the shooter could ever have a choice. Hey, I want people with me up here. This trips me out. I want company. Some people are better alone. Some people are better with company. What if he wants people at the line with him?
So they got matching technicals here. So Mayfield splits the pair, and now Robert Buxton will go to the line.
See, everybody's uncomfortable with no company, especially on the holidays.
It's true. It's
Although
very true.
I'm not going to lie. It's sometimes nice not to have company on the holidays.
A lot of noise going on in the Bush household the last couple of days.
Well, no. I mean, my company's been wonderful. But, anytime you got a 3-year-old and a 4-year-old, you savor a piece of 3, 4, 5 minutes.
A brief moment of respite.
Quiet
yeah.
respite.
Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of people watching and nodding along with Chad going, yep, I would not mind like 7 seconds of quiet after the last 72 hours. Yeah.
And days like today or like 2 days after, it's perfect. This is the perfect time for rest and enjoyment.
Love drive. Hamady is enjoying this first half.
They're on some kind of bender here.
Selvey got a screen to his left. Jody Jackson, what a pass. Marshall, the beneficiary of a great dime.
And that's the backup point guard, Evan. Fabulous vision and execution.
Mayweather lost the ball. Turnover numbers for Henry Ford just way too high. Mayfield hits the gas. Couldn't get the roll, but it's out of bounds off Henry Ford. It has just been that type of half for him.
Man, is it ever. And whoever Hamady has brought in has excelled. I mean, case in point, the gentleman checking out right now. Some great minutes off the bench for Jody Jackson.
It has just been a tidal wave for the Hawks. And you've pointed it out. I mean, they do not let up. They do not relent with that pressure.
Little flip-flop both ways.
I mean, this is a Henry Ford team that, yeah, they're 2-4, but they just lost to Douglas by 3 in overtime. Lost to King by 14. That really good Denby team we've talked about, they only lost by 10. 5-point loss to Walled Lake Northern. It's just all snowballed on Henry Ford here.
Yeah. Well, Henry Ford's better than this and what they've shown so far. There you see the brass of the PSL led by Jay Alexander. Look at his, that's a good group right there. That's a really good group captained by the best, Jay Alexander.
Here's Buffkin. Pressure for Hamady. Henry Ford breaks it this time. Give him kudos. Good-looking ball. Mayweather for 2.
Yeah, there it is. Follow up by a turnover. Let's see if they get a couple in a row.
Mayweather hitting the gas. Oh, man, roll off. Mayfield behind the D. He'll try a 3. Rebound Henry Ford. Finally, some space for Buffkin.
Not for long, though. Boy, this Hamady defense is just all over. Hawk heavy.
Final 90 seconds of a half where their Hawks' wings have been flapping. Edwards got a screen. Into the corner it goes. That shot looked like it was tipped for Mayweather.
I think it was. If it wasn't tipped, it was heavy pressure that obstructed the view and the rhythm.
Under a minute to go. Hamady rolling in the first half.
Just want to spread it out with Selvey. Makes great decisions, finishes well.
There's a nice spin and a drive. They gave him space, but he missed the shot. Edwards. Off glass. Wouldn't roll in. Almost took it away, but they call a foul as Love and Edwards had that sandwich.
Henry Ford saying, man, when we take it away, we get called for a foul. Nothing going our way. It's been a rough half. But there's another half left. Ken Flowers will certainly talk to his team at half, and you're going to see a different Trojan group, I think, coming out in the third.
It's a group that's got to go play Walled Lake Western tomorrow with the North Farmington Showcase. That's into the backcourt. Smart play to let it roll, by the way, for Mayfield. That killed a couple of seconds.
Everything he's done has just been calculated. Good leader for this team. Senior leader.
Henry Ford looking for something to go right in a first half where Hamady has made their life tough. It's a foul on McLean in the corner.
Yep, just the team's third. They got one more to give. Might do another hard body bump here.
Just let him know he's there.
Yeah, just let him know. Yeah. Hey, listen. Feel my presence.
Mayfield got the steal anyway. 2 more for 5.
Wow.
That was a heck of a half. The Hamady Hawks walking to Cass Tech in our third game of the day in the PSL Holiday Classic. And they're rolling. How about a 38-12 lead at recess?
Look, everybody wanna go and talk. At the same time, gotta walk it. Better yet, run, go, hit a lick, divvy up with my homies, and we do it all again.
What makes people stand in this line like this for 3 hours? Because we're not Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons. These donuts are made fresh daily, and it's made with love and consistency. We got the same ingredients. It didn't change. The people know that, and that's why they standing out there.
In today's ever-changing mortgage lending world, the importance of true professionals has never been greater. At Success Mortgage Partners, we want you to have the experience of a lifetime. Founded and owned by Catholic League alumni, our family-centered business keeps your interest at heart as we help you navigate this turbulent market with ease. If you or a family member has a mortgage need, please call me, Owen Lee, at 734-822-9792.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Every morning when I rise, my dream lives in me. This is my kingdom, a wonder world that's always changing, where great champions stand victorious. Here, we celebrate what makes us different. We share our creativity, and we grow stronger, preparing for the world we will make together. I am.
I am.
I am one of Detroit's next legends. It's our time to rise.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
Hi, I'm Nick DePonio, and this is HVAC.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
More wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
You talk about a Hamady Hawks blitz. 38-12 on top of Henry Ford after 2 quarters. What stands out to you, Chad, in terms of the stats from the first half?
Just the ability of the steals. I mean, 12 steals in this game, and then the points off of the steals. 12 for Selvey, 11 for Mayfield, and they've had 7 guys that have scored. So just the relentless attack defensively. It's equated with scores. And then Henry Ford, just the inability to really get anything going. They didn't have but 2 shots for the first 6 minutes. And then when they did get shots, they rimmed out. Just a lot of bad luck misses. And I feel they have not seen their best yet from Mr. Buffkin. who has no points, and he's just taken 4 shots in this game. So Mayweather's been impressive at times, 9.7 rebounds, a statistical leader, but just Henry Ford's inability to get the ball into their half court. 21 turnovers in this game. And again, credit the Flint Hamady Hawks that have been relentless defensively and opportunistic offensively, shooting 42% in the game.
38-12, Hamady on top. One final break and second half action coming up with the Hamady Hawks in control.
Every morning when I rise, my dream lives in me. This is my kingdom, a wonder world that's always changing, where great champions stand victorious. Here, we celebrate what makes us different. We share our creativity, and we grow stronger, preparing for the world we will make together. I am.
I am.
I am one of Detroit's next legends. It's our time to rise.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores!
And it's going to be a challenge for us. I mean, they're a really talented football team. I think everybody knows that.
4 wide receivers. Pressure. Steps up. Marshall wants to run again. Cuts down the middle of the field. All alone. Touchdown! Warriors! What a cut.
Second half coming up. This is our third game out of 6 today in the PSL Holiday Classic. Detroit schools won the first 2 games. Pershing won game 1. Central won game 2. But game 3 is going the way of Hamady. Turning up the pressure, forcing Henry Ford to go 3 of 21 shooting in that first half. Chad, if you're Henry Ford coming back on the floor, what are you thinking about here as we start the second half?
I'm thinking about ball security. Take care of the basketball. Get a few people touching the ball offensively. There's some action and life in touching that basketball.
There's a strong start. Damico Love up and good, his first bucket.
Yeah, and a good look. Confident shot. Right in the paint, 10-footer, boom.
Selvey into the front court for Hamady. I'm not sure if they meant to not turn the music off or not. Feels like an NBA game.
Yeah, it feels all right.
They turned it off.
It got Chase Kaufman up on his feet dancing.
Long 2 for Hamady. That's good. Old school, a long 2 for Robert Marshall.
Yeah, the Marshall plan has worked inside and outside now. He's doing a little work from the outside.
I'm off on my U.S. history. Marshall plan was World War II?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. World War II, I believe. That's very good.
I mean, I just want to make sure everyone knows, you know?
That is good. You're a Catholic Central boy. You should know that.
Thank you. Thank you for the free plug. Mayfield, good look inside. McClain kicked it out. At 3 off. Henry Ford's got numbers if they want it. Buffkin will slow it up.
Yep, why not? Give Buffkin the ball back at some point. Let him touch it and create again.
Just got to get this guy going. No points for Henry Ford's leading scorer in the first half. Same song, different verse to start the second half here for him.
Yeah, he just has not been himself. Couldn't hold on here. Split traffic. Looked like he had a lane. And an opportunity to make a play didn't happen. Lost it out of bounds.
Early stages second half. Hamady led 38-12 at halftime. Henry Ford made 3 shots from the field in the first half. Oh, Mayfield, come on! Great find, McClain down deep.
Beautiful setup for McClain, just a catch and finish.
Mayweather lost the ball. McClain all alone. Showtime!
Oh, the pressure, the score, the dunk. It's all coming together for the boys in blue.
A 30-point lead and a dunk for McClain. Give Jordan 8 in the game. Henry Ford just turned it over.
Yep. It's been too easy when pressure's been applied. Henry Ford has just not been able to stand up and withstand it. And Ken Flowers wants to talk it over.
At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we're your financial guardian angel. We're here to help you achieve your dreams. A new home, a Catholic education, that business you are working to build. We're here to support the goals of your family, your retirement, and the community that surrounds you. We're here to offer your trusted financial services inspired by Catholic values. And like your guardian angel, we'll always be by your side. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Game 3 of this PSL Holiday Classic has been all Flint Hamady. I got a 30-point lead 2 minutes into the third quarter. Starting to have fun. Jordan McClain with a big-time throwdown right before the break. Still 3 games to go. Castech Romulus girls matchup slated to start right around 4:15. Kings Saginaw United, Castech Grand Blanc in the nightcap. As for this game, Chad, I mean, it's hard not to sing the praises of Hamady, who's been so good on both ends of the floor. Effort like that on the glass from McClain, it's been a whole team effort.
Yeah, we heard about McClain coming in, his 19 points and his 13 rebounds a game. But this team has been so much more than that. With Selvey, DeQuarius, and also Mayfield. I mean, they've been very impressive. An all-around outfit today for the boys from Flint. But it's not too late for Henry Ford to make some amends here. And that would be taking care of the basketball. I know it sounds like a broken record, but some of their work that can be done offensively has nothing to do with shooting the basketball. Just getting past half court.
Rebound and a foul. Marshall was hauled down. I mean, look, you keep talking about Henry Ford got to take care of the basketball. They've turned it over 26 times. It's just an unfortunate fact here that they've turned it over way too many times, and it's leading to too many turnovers for touchdowns for Hamady.
Yeah, and the touchdowns have turned into the form of a 32-point lead.
Couple of cracks at it for Hamady. Couldn't get something to drop. Mayweather, who's been Henry Ford's highlight, cleared that rebound. Now he's trapped in the corner. Tough work for Hamady, making Mayweather work hard in that corner.
Yeah, and Mayweather needs some help. Somebody needs to come to the basketball and help him out here. And he gets in no man's land and tried to throw it away.
Mayfield, no. Rebound, Marshall. He missed it. Race up ahead for Love. Up, no. Marshall got it for Hamady. They have numbers. McClain miss. Offensive board. Mayfield thought wisely of taking that corner 3. Jackson, good look. One more lob inside to McClain. Fouled by Mayweather.
Nice high-low pass and find before the shot block attempt was whistled for a foul by Mayweather. It's a nice look from the big fella. Gets it down to McClain, who will find himself at the line for 2.
Well, you started the broadcast talking about all the great numbers that Jordan McLean has put up this year. He's got 11 points with the made free throw. Just at times here, Selvey and Mayfield have stolen the show for Hamady.
Yeah, and he's been a guy that creates for himself offensive rebounds. He gets his own stuff. He's a garbage guy, putback guy, and he's got a little skill around the rim. But, yeah, this is a guy that you build your front court around.
Couple of free throws made at the line. And right back to Jordan. Another turnover. Mayfield got a 3.
Man, Mayfield came in averaging just under 10 points a game, 4.5 assists. And look at this steal.
Here we go! Demetrius Selvey! Oh my goodness!
Wow. Now, some folks expected the A-cuff hammer. I don't know if folks expected this out of Mr. Selvey. Oh, the solution is Selvey. Bam! Look at the steal. The steal alone was something. The two-handed catch, the swipe, and the score, Evan. Wowzers.
He's 6'1". The ups he just showed. Good Lord.
Man. Going to make Austin Sonnenberg a busy boy on the social media today.
McLean will try a 3. Hamady crashing that glass. They're going to get another crack with Mayfield. Oh, it almost rolled in.
Wow, the avalanche is upon us. And Hamady has reached quite past 100, half 100 already. How about this? We can't see it enough. The dunkage. Alex Westfall was on the ground for that flight.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all thought that A-cup dunk for Central earlier today was going to be the dunk of the day. Somehow, literally in the next game, Selvey may have topped it, Chad.
You always got a little more appreciation for the guy that's shorter, smaller, 6 foot. I mean, this thing came out of nowhere. Now, those that know him and know his game, I'm sure they probably could have seen that coming, but wow. Impressive.
Henry Ford looking for highlights. Another steal for Hamady. Mayfield contacted and fouled by Bufkin. Oh, actually called the held ball. How about that? Did not call the foul, but the error will keep it with Hamady anyway.
Yeah, you're right. I thought they called the foul too. The jump ball, it was. Credit the defensive sticky hands.
It being a 40-point game now, by the way. We have running clock. Bufkin blocked. Swatted out of bounds. Selvey doing it on both ends for Hamady.
Selvey has just been something. I mean, you can't say enough. Here's another look at it. Bam. He's done it all.
Doesn't get much cleaner than that, huh?
No.
What a day for Hamady. They got another steal. McLean will give it up. Jackson will try it. Rebound for Henry Ford. And this ball going out of bounds.
Yeah, it's been a game of challenges. Henry Ford just trying to get it all together as the clock continues to roll. Mama said there'd be days like this, but the Trojans can't wait to see this one end.
Very rare to see Henry Ford in a scoreline like this, that's for sure. Perez, great pass. Roll in for McLean.
Little spin doesn't matter. McLean like a magnet through that hole.
Another steal. Bufkin got it for Henry Ford. Nice pass inside. Wouldn't drop. Perez rebound. Shot fake on a 3 and a blocking foul as Gardner was trying to get inside on Bufkin.
Good use of the triple threat position. Fake the shot. Dribble past. Free throws coming. That's the 5th team foul. And the clock continues to run. That's not a malfunction by Mr. Hunter or Mr. Weaver. It's called a 30-point lead, and that's when the clocks continue to roll in high school basketball.
Does get Henry Ford an opportunity to get new guys into the ball game. Adriel Moravec, the junior, wearing 24, is in. Hamady can also get fresh bodies onto the floor, too.
Yeah, I like this. Time for others to get rolling, get a chance. It's the second free throw. Goes down. Good crowd in the house. All the fans enjoying it. Oh, yeah, the Hamady fans. Loving it, representing, bringing it. Wearing the colors of pride today.
Hard not to smile if you're Hamady seeing this score.
All the jokes are funny if you're wearing teal.
Love shot, no. Nolan trying to get the rebound, couldn't do it for Henry Ford. Hamady's going to get one more crack at it in a game that's been theirs from jump. Nice rebound by Gardner. 2 seconds, got to let it go. Got it off in time. We'll go to the 4th. It's all Hamady. Demetrius Selvey and the boys making plays. We go to the 4th at Cass Tech.
The store is set up. He's got the order, and he's off. It's a full court press. These brands are knocking it out of the park. This, my friends, is the speed we've come to expect from this team. Just look at the precision of that move. And it's out of here.
Lowering the shoulder.
Swing and a miss.
McGinley scores! Kenneth Flowers has done a great job for nearly 2 decades at Henry Ford. But right now, Chad, his team has just run into a Hamady buzzsaw. It's an ugly score for Henry Ford, and I think Coach Flowers, after this game, going to be forced to go back to the drawing board with his team.
Yeah, he's done it well for a long time, and he's won a state title. This is a proud man and a proud program. He also can barbecue like nobody's business and loves doing it in the wintertime with it spreading around the neighborhood, so he's got some pride in his cooking too. But look, this is not the type of day. And you know, Trey Buffkin, who's got an offer from Schoolcraft, yeah, he hasn't had his – nobody has. But there'll be better days ahead for Henry Ford. This has been a challenge for them. Hamady's not a team you want to try to get right against. They're just relentless.
Yeah, with the pressure that they play. And unfortunately, right, when you're Henry Ford and you're having a day where you're struggling, you're just having a tough time getting the ball up, combined with the way Hamady plays, as you say, it's just a recipe for disaster, no other way to say it.
It is, and you got to find something. You got to find something. And Hamady's not going to let up here, even with reserves in. But you got to find something where you see a play run through, you see the ball go through, and everything just kind of clicks. And you go, okay, we can still do this.
Chance to build momentum in this 4th quarter for Henry Ford. Rebound cleared by Hamady. Late highlights coming for Hamady. That's 2 more points on the board.
Yeah, that's a big fella. That's, I believe that's Gloucester, Armand Gloucester. Nice lay in here.
Hamady going into that bench. Chad, you and I were looking at each other before the game, right? At some levels of high school sports, all sports now, numbers are down. Hamady's got like 17 guys on that bench.
They got a deep bench. I mean, you know, coach is going back to his bench here. Casey Short says, I got more guys to play. And they're bringing more energy.
I mean, a chance for a lot of those guys to get minutes. They don't care what the score is. Those are guys who've been working hard in practice, and the chance to play in a game means a lot to everyone who's going to be on the floor here for Hamady in the last 5 minutes and change.
Yeah, Antonio Moore's going to get a chance here. He's a senior. Gardner's day's probably done. Good day's work for him.
Buffkin moving. Trey gave it up. There's some offense from Henry Ford. And one. Avarius McCullough to the line.
Yeah, the 6'3 senior off a nice little dime piece. How about the dish from Buffkin? Not going right in the scoring column. Set somebody up. That's a feel-good play right there and a team play.
And we showed Coach Flowers earlier, frustrated on the bench. He hasn't said much this whole second half. This may be part of the ploy. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to let the guys out there try to figure it out.
Yeah. He knows his team. He knows where they're at, and sometimes you just got to let them play and work it out themselves.
Up and under. That's a big man. Perez making a play.
He's come off this bench, and he's shown he can be that 6th, 7th man.
Trap right at half court. Held ball. It's going to stay with Henry Ford as Love got trapped.
Some new pieces coming back in. Buxton, the freshman. I mean, you talk about the youth of Henry Ford mixed with their experience. Devontae Love, just a freshman. Robert Buxton, just a freshman.
Ball slapped out of bounds. Some active hands there from Jalen Carter for Hamady.
Yeah, and Mr. Weaver, they almost knocked over his drink. and the microphone. You got to get that 3-man weave going.
All right, iPad's okay, microphone's okay.
Yeah.
All going right for Hamady today. Henry Ford's got to get some baskets there, otherwise they're not scoring 20 points.
Yeah, that's a benchmark.
Out of bounds play, bump and a foul.
Free throws. It's the 5th foul. Chance to work on some free throws here.
Chad, let's look forward here. 3 more games to go on the day. You got Cass Tech and Romulus on the girls' side, and then King, Saginaw United. Remember, that's Saginaw and Saginaw Arthur Hill now combined. And Cass and Grand Blanc. Of these 3 remaining games, what are you looking at?
Well, Cass Tech Romulus, the Cass Tech girls are looking to respond and do well at home. They've had a nice season so far under Coach Simpkins, but they're looking to get a game against a Romulus team that comes in struggling just a bit. But this is a program, Cass Tech and their girls, they feel very good about this year. King against Saginaw United. For the first time, Saginaw United makes their way into Detroit. And look at, King had a big win. They knocked off Groves the other day. George Ward loves his club, likes his guys. They're very talented. They're making a run. Cass Tech knocked off their rival King. Look, they're feeling good too. They avenged a loss against Renaissance earlier this year. They're starting to get their guys back. Remember, they had a lot of guys that played football, including C.J. Sadler. It takes a minute, as you know, and some other football guys that have helped them. They're playing a Grand Blanc team. And Coach DeReese is going to have his guys ready. They've made runs to the quarterfinals and finals. 2 proud programs going at it. Cass Tech just 2 years removed from a state title. We saw one of their guys here in Acuff that was here earlier in the building. So a lot of fun to have. Each game kind of has their own theme, but all are worth a watch and a listen right here on the Prep.
Yeah, that's the fun thing about all levels of hoops right now, and specifically here at the high school level. This is where you kind of pick your head up and go, okay, they're off to a good start. They're for real. Okay, they've played somebody. You get tournaments like this around the holidays where good teams are playing good teams, and short time span, quick turnaround. You're really kind of forced to figure out who you are as a team, you know?
Yeah, and especially the endurance part, like quick games, quick turnaround. You have to play other players. Maybe you got to play more players than you normally would. Get to see different combinations with each other. Yeah, it's you get to know your team quite a bit during this season, which has expanded greatly in the last year or two with all these tournaments. Used to be December, you only played like 3-4 games, maybe. Now teams have played like 8, 9, 10 games as we approach the new year.
Nice drive and a finish here for Kobe Buffkin. He's a really good player for Henry Ford. He's going to have better days. Just a frustrating way that this thing has gone for Henry Ford.
Yeah, Schoolcraft offered him, look, for a reason. He's a great player. He's having a rough night. He'll be back. He'll be fine. Trojans will be back too.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Today it was just not Henry Ford's day. Coach Flowers, a great coach. He'll get it figured out. But today it was just Hamady Hawk basketball. Highlights all over the place. Pressure that made Henry Ford frustrated. A follow and a missed shot. That's it. Hamady comes to Cass Tech, plays in Game 3 of this PSL Holiday Classic, takes care of business over Henry Ford. We're back with our G of the game right after this.
Your Catholic faith, it's at the core of who you are, what you do, and the decisions you make. At Alliance Catholic Credit Union, we make your faith and finances work together. From home needs to business needs, from school to retirement, we've got the financial well-being of our Catholic community covered. Visit us today and see how your faith and finances can work together. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Lender.
Take a look at us right now. We are everything that will be. We are an engine of progress that has been forged by generations, driven by the knowledge that each student in every classroom has the potential to be their best self and inspire us all. We are teachers, parents, families, all ready to do our part. We know when students rise, we all rise. We are Detroit Public Schools Community District.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Heck of a day for the Hamady Hawks. They come to the PSL Classic here at Cass Tech and take care of business over Henry Ford. And we had one of the highlights of the year here earlier today. Demetrius Selvey, the guy sitting next to me, he's our G of the game. So, Demetrius, when you're going up on a poster dunk like that, what are you thinking about as you're flying in the air?
To be honest, I ain't really thinking. The team, they just keep telling me to dunk it. I got the bounce to dunk it, but they just keep telling me, D, go dunk on somebody. And he just got in my way.
How old were you the first time you dunked?
I think I was 14. Yeah, I was 14.
So how old are you now, like 17?
Yeah, I'm 17 now.
So this is like old hat. You've been doing this for like 3 years.
Yeah, I've been doing this in 8th grade.
All right. You guys specifically here today, I mean, early on, you just kept confusing Henry Ford with your pressure. How important is it for your pressure to confuse the other team and get wins for you guys?
To be honest, our coaches tell us to stay on guys. You know, he on our heads about defense every single day. That's all he care about. He know we got the offense. He care about defense. Make sure we on everybody heels. Stay on defense.
Obviously, there's a great basketball tradition in Flint, and Hamady's had a lot of success the last couple of years. What's the goal for the team this year? What are you guys thinking about going forward?
Of course, the Breslin. Win it all. That's all I want to do is win it all, to be honest. I just want to win it all. Do something Hamady ain't never did before. Get a ring. That's all I want.
Well, we'd be excited to see you there. You guys got to keep winning, but that was a heck of a game. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Demetrius Selvey, our G of the game, and with a poster dunk that I'm sure is going to be all over Instagram as soon as he can look at his phone in like 5 minutes. That's a heck of a win for the Flint Hamady Hawks, taking down Detroit Henry Ford in Game 3 of the PSL Holiday Classic. Still 3 more games to go. We got a girls' game coming up. Cass Tech and Romulus in just about a half hour. We'll talk to you again in a bit.